Hello everybody, welcome to the Doctor Who Eternal Episode 3 commentary with
George Hayes.
JJ DeWitt.
And also me,
Yeah.
Pete Messum.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Who are you really? Do you want to
Doctor
talk
Who.
about it? Doctor Who.
I'm the Legacy Doctor.
Who are you?
Apparently.
I'm the main series doctor. And who are you?
The main series
Whoa,
Doctor.
that's good.
Who
Well,
had more
Joe
episodes. From the FBC Productions Doctor Who fan series.
Yeah.
Everyone's favourite.
Everyone's absolutely, especially
Anyway.
Joe Sheehan.
Oh yeah.
He
Anyway.
loves that.
Who are you?
I'm JJ.
Who did you play? That's what we meant.
I play Oliver Turner.
And
Hence the
Clarice's-
trousers.
And also Clarice's body.
Yes, and Clarice's body, but not the voice, because Tom Bowen provides the voice of Clarice,
Yes.
the time artist.
Yeah, that's it. All at the time artist. Follow him if you haven't already, because
Because he's a legend and he
we
deserves
tell
it.
you to.
Yeah.
If you don't, we'll kill your cat.
Should we watch Doctor Who now? hey lads, I have a great idea.
Okay.
Let's watch Doctor Who Eternal, episode 3 of 3. Because there's only 3 of them, and this is the third one, so that's the last one.
I feel quite terrified right now.
It's a bit jokery.
It's on here. Anyway, let's just play it. FBC Productions.
FBC. And here we have some music by Mr. JJ DeWitt.
That's me. I made this piece. How exciting.
Because this was something we filmed. This shot here. This is something we filmed on the last day, wasn't it?
Penultimate day.
penultimate
I
day.
think.
Yeah.
Alongside the Doctor's death, spoiler alert.
Oh my god. You spoiled
What?
it. You spoiled it. It's not even shown it yet.
I didn't even know that, and I was the doctor.
Well, you'll find out at
What
the end.
the
that's fine.
hell?
What the hell, man?
Yeah.
No idea what that voice was.
The last title
Last time
sequence.
title sequence.
Yeah.
We're going to get emotional on this one, guys.
No.
I can't imagine
That's
George
good.
ever getting emotional.
It's never happened.
No, well, not emotional. You're thinking, JJ. Rage is another story.
Rage.
Rage Against the Machine.
Warband.
Doctor Who.
Eternal.
Episode 3.
Do, 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 do.
Here we go.
Do.
Boom.
Eternal Part 3.
Mad.
I just like the simple names. It works.
This was like one of the only 2 bits we had of Part 3 for like months.
That's
It was
true,
so
yeah.
Weird. So weird.
What
from
was
an
that?
editing
Why
point
did
of view.
what caused this delay? Was it me or was it just life?
I think we just ended up saving that bit to last. Maybe we were still writing it.
I
to
can't
a
remember
degree.
what the exact schedule was. I'd have to look it up. I think it was just all very spread out.
Yeah.
I think like maybe there'd be the odd months that we didn't shoot anything, but then we'd shoot like 3 days in 1 month.
Yeah.
Because
there's
the
about-
bulk of episode 3 and a good chunk of episode 2 were done over 2 days, and they were long days.
Yeah, they were.
And then we did some pickups on the very, very last day, just to get some extra angles.
And I just remember when we started. I think when we started Eternal, we kind of went to the before we went to the with the mindset. Oh, obviously it's the reason. Obviously it's stopping is just because how we're adults, sadly, and trying to plan out stuff is getting far more difficult.
Yeah.
With just work and all that stuff. So that's kind of why it's so spread out experience as well. Because I remember I changed jobs during this.
So did I.
Yeah.
I didn't.
No.
Sorry, JJ.
No.
You're the only consistent one.
Sorry, lads. But yeah, that's a great point. Is that we're all so busy these days, and
We can do one-off stuff now, but in terms of doing this scale stuff,
Yeah.
why did you do that as
Oh,
well?
it was quite funny, wasn't it? It was so
What can
synchronised.
you do?
Ah.
Yeah, we can't do this scale stuff easily without having to like, book time.
We
off.
really need to
yeah.
dedicate ourselves to making
Yeah,
these things.
and fortunately, it's not when we did it. We were all in college where we had more time and like we could do bits here and there.
Yeah.
We could even class it as doing. Oh no, we're doing college work when in reality we're just doing this fun bit.
Exactly. But I think we knew it was time to end it.
Yeah,
essentially.
exactly.
I think in terms of like the
Fun fact:
Yeah.
the screwdriver just pulled out is one I think I made a few years ago.
So that was made for a one-off Doctor Who fan film we were going to do called Solus, which was going to be the Legacy Doctor, Calabrax and James. That was going to be shot late 2019, and basically it got cancelled it was sort of one of those that just never really came together. But yeah, it was one of those, and obviously I kept it to use for the Legacy Doctor screwdriver in this.
Yeah, 'cause remember you asked me to make you one, or like I started doing them, and then you mentioned that you wanted to do them. You like, could you do this one?
That custom one someone had done with the silver.
Yeah, I think the Roboto one that you can see, which I really think is a very cool design, which is why I did that for you, and I managed to do it. It's probably one of my favourite.
Here we are.
Avengers Assemble.
It's so cool.
Oh, I still remember one funny tidbit from this day, Joe. Did you remember this tidbit?
What's this?
From this group, from the upcoming group shot?
No. What? Oh.
What were you missing, Joe?
That's really funny, George. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else entirely.
No, just remember the one upcoming
at this
bit.
point, you cannot see it in the frame, but JJ is sort of doing the splits to try and get into shot.
Oh, am I?
Owen.
Oh yeah, that's happened as well. Because
That's quite funny.
Your legs just are completely open.
We are quite similar heights in this scene.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
And then in every other shot, you're just towering over.
I'm going to find a photo.
Have you got a photo of it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I got a
dearie
photo
me.
of it because it was so funny.
There you go, Jojo.
Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna
make up for this bit.
Oh my god,
you
where
doing?
is it? Eternal.
I love that. Yeah, that feels good. Thanks, dude.
Sorry, mate.
Appreciate
No
that.
problem.
Yeah, so
Oh, Jojo.
well, I'm sure we'll get to that point eventually, but
Oh, you were! Oh my god, I forgot that. I forgot how drastic it was. Because I
you gotta send that to me.
think because remember you were kneeling. I think first of all you tried kneeling, and then it was practical, and then you went right, cool, let's just do that. And I thought,
And then me standing normally. That's really funny. I do not remember that at all.
you're older than me. No, you're not. You're younger than me.
It's true.
Um,
Well, in real life.
I mean, in the context of
Yeah, in the context of the show. But in real life, I'm the old bastard.
Lol.
This is me trying to understand human emotion. It's quite difficult.
I mean, mate, imagine how it is for me.
Time Lords and... So this scene is sort of weird because the Legacy Doctor's technically the next Doctor, but he's also from an alternate timeline. And so... it's weird.
It's well, this is the thing about your Doctor, was there a confusion as to how we were going to portray your Doctor? Because it's as similar to the one we know from the original series as kind of possible, with very slight differences, and obviously I assume their stories are different to a degree.
Yeah, I mean, in my headcanon, if you like, it's James isn't killed by the Warriors of Seth, because we got older James in this.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, part of the issue is inevitably, with my series, we made it over so many years and we never had a concrete idea of what it was. Whereas with the MT Doctor series, there was. And I think this is a slightly different Legacy Doctor, just clears up that baggage.
Yeah.
That we'd otherwise have.
I like how we get kind of this chat.
Yeah, I agree. Because I remember bigging this bit up because I think some of the nicest scenes that we have together are just us two chatting, like in Evermore, for example.
Yeah, I think
us catching up is a really nice scene.
Yeah, in Exodus as well, that scene is quite. I just like it because it's simple. Because I think when they're interacting, because obviously Oliver is so, even though he's from UNIT, he doesn't get obviously certain bits of the Doctor, and obviously he's the only consistent companion that this Doctor's had, who's either not left or died.
Yeah. No, it's true.
It's very nice when they interact simply like this.
I agree. I think our dynamic is very core to the enmity story, and it's nice to have this sort of send-off conversation, you know?
Yeah, I think it's good to
And
sort
I
of
like
close
how-
out their dynamic,
I like
because
how
the
it-
Doctor is going to regenerate and they're not going to see each other again.
Yeah.
And I think adding this up to the very end, I think would have been too much. So being able to work in and having that ticking clock of the Doctor is dying, sort of.
It's
adds
just
an extra
before the
something.
storm, you know?
Yeah.
That's I think it's placed well.
I also like how this is a bit where the Doctor, what Oliver realises obviously what is.
Yeah.
Like in the final, he never bothered to find out or being told or asked really.
Yeah.
It's only when he's dying, when the doctor actually says, "Yeah, I'm dying." It is what it is,
This is
what happens.
Fully. So sweet. And now,
And then
drama.
Caleb ruins it.
Caleb, the hell?
I like every time Owen's kind of introduced, or a new version introduced, let's blow up a planet. Let's just do that. Let's do that planet.
Well, he's kind of... This Caleb is almost like what Saver was like in Enmity.
Yeah.
Maybe this one had Saber die in his arms as well.
This is
But then, but then it wasn't Clarence. It was the Dark Doctor who did it this time.
It's always interested me as to like what Saber, if she even exists, was like in this universe. You know, and whether or not there was a kind of backstory that's made Caleb like this. Something to think about.
But also, like, Caleb is kind of right in his own way. I didn't want Caleb to be evil.
No,
anything.
of course.
I think that he's just trying
From
to
an objective point of view, he's
end
correct.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because the Doctor doesn't have a plan at this point. The Doctor isn't ready to fix this. And so Caleb's trying to do it his own way.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is unfortunately going to have some collateral damage.
Indeed.
There we go. Little hug.
Cute.
And then this was on the second day.
It
of
was,
shooting and
yeah.
stuff. I can't remember why. But
I think it just didn't work. We didn't think about doing it.
yeah,
that way.
something didn't.
Something happened.
Yeah. Filming. Ugh.
Exactly.
Oh, and this was the other bit that we had for a while.
Yeah.
So I went through like 5 different chase music pieces for this one
Get
bit.
the right
Have
thing.
you not done Benny Hill?
Yeah. I could...
And then
something-
this is the bit where we had so many outtakes.
Oh yeah.
Well, did you trip up?
No.
I think in one of them.
Oh,
someone might have
maybe.
done.
What? Maybe.
I think Owen tripped up maybe in one of them. This was so difficult to edit, but it was great shooting it because there was this real flow between the two of you. You'd sort of learned the scene.
We'd
had,
learnt
like,
this
breaks
scene.
and
It's one of
stuff.
those times where we actually really learnt the scene, so we could really sell it, and it gave you a lot of options. I assume. But yeah.
There's a real sort of rhythm to it, and it was in editing. It was really just keeping that rhythm that was there in the original tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun doing.
Oh,
that
this
bit.
scene's cool.
So Tom Bowen helped out on that shot of all the cult soldiers because it was a lot to layer in, and it just made sense to have one. I think it's one proper sort of video one, and then the rest are all still images and stuff that Tom layered in together.
I like it also the different helmets and stuff from various.
I think you're both included.
Oh,
I think we got both of you to just be all different. Just that bit. My only real issue with this is obviously it's not as impressive as it could be, and I don't know if the effect is clear that it's Clarice is absorbing them. He's absorbing their energies, part of the Eternal. I don't know. It's tricky, and also we don't really get to see them being taken away from different points in space and time. We'd shot a bit with James, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, we're coming up to the big climax.
Oh.
Favourite bit?
My favourite. It's definitely my favourite bit.
I do like how we give him the robe,
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
which is
The
a
robe
Harry
is cool.
Potter robe, I think.
It's a Clarice robe now.
Which has got.
I like the way you slightly side into it.
I'm also here.
It's just
Classic.
how you do
Put
it
the
so
tall guy at the
smooth.
back. Oh.
That I'm unarmed, but
Look at
I'm here
me.
to help.
Oh, there we go.
Stupid me.
So this was originally where James came back into the story,
Yes.
and the night before, Joe texted to say that he wasn't going to be able to make it, and it was going to be so difficult to reschedule
Yeah.
that it was just a case of rewriting it. So, I mean, we were discussing this in the night, like up to midnight or whatever.
Right, what are we going to do?
So Oliver's the one being strangled, so Oliver needs to be teleported away by Clarice to be strangled. but like after a certain point, James stopped doing things, so it's kind of easier to condense it.
Yeah, it just and the thing, and I love Joe to death. But I'm glad he wasn't here on this day because we barely made it on time, on schedule with the four of us, let alone having an extra actor there. And I think it makes the scene tighter anyway because then you don't have to worry about James suddenly being there just out of nowhere.
Then there's the classic issue with certain even one movies and TV shows have where there's just too many characters, nothing for them to do.
Yeah, I mean, originally, the way I originally sort of envisioned and wrote the scene was really quite different. It was really the Doctor, Clarice and the Eternal, and then the others were sort of there. And I think the way we've ended up with it feels a bit more... It's the core team together in a way that I don't think we would have gotten. And like, originally this was going to be in a big wide open space and we were going to play with the Eternal effects. And what put me off essentially was shooting the Gallifrey stuff at the beginning, which was an absolute nightmare for people getting in the background because that's what you have with wide open spaces, whereas if it's a clearing in a forest you've just got trees around. And so
I like it kind of keeps it
completely easy, but there we go.
There he is. Ooh, that looked kind of cool.
There we go. All in black and white now.
I like how he's obviously represented by Morbius.
Yeah.
Very bassy voice.
Who's voicing him?
That would be me. Yeah. I don't know if I did a specific voice for it.
I don't know if it's intentional.
I think it was just voiced to be like Morbius, and then I added a couple of extra things in there.
Because how I voice Morbius, if you unfilter it, actually sounds a lot different to how it turns out. But it sounds very cool.
One thing I will say as
I do
well,
it, though.
I also like just intention in this shot. I like how, I don't know if it's just the way Pete edited it or the black and white. But I like how, in regards to what you can see in terms of his eye, you can just see the kind of the white of your eye.
Yeah, it's cool.
And the rest of it. I've done that with photo editing and with various bits I've done for certain posts, and I love that where you just see the light reflecting in the eye, and that's it. Because it gives this weird, creepy, unhuman sort of vibe, despite the fact obviously it's a humanoid figure.
You can also see my Adam's apple, which also gives the same vibe of unhuman-like. It is huge.
And unsettling as hell. Just knowing, it's JJ under there.
Right. This is Jesus, look at the size of that Adam's apple. Crikey.
So it's all the whole forest.
The Doctor's tempted by the Eternal's powers.
And he needs his friends to be like, no, think.
No, it's no good to have the power.
It's not. Sort of being on camera during his bits means I really need to react to what he's saying.
It would really be pretty much gormless if you were there like...
Is that huh? So,
well, there is a bit later on where you didn't realise you were in
was that it?
We had to reshoot it because the whole time I was on camera, but I was looking at the camera because I was watching your performance. I was like, oops.
Here we go.
This
Sonic time, guys.
Check this out. Alright, I get to do something there. Where's Oliver's sonic screwdriver?
Where is it, JJ?
Well, a bit awkward, isn't it? Because I was meant to have it on the day, but it wasn't in the bag of props. So I have to just stand there with my arms crossed.
I remember saying, do we have everything, JJ? Here is the bag of props. Can
Please
you make
check.
sure we got everything, because otherwise I will not remember it.
Very well.
And you said we have got everything we need.
Then I will accept responsibility. It's my sonic screwdriver. At least we didn't forget either of yours, because that would have been awful. And you know, it's hilarious, and it makes me look silly, but I didn't bring it up. I didn't have it at any point in the film before this, so why would I now, you know? I could have used it earlier.
I really like the colour filter change.
Yeah, and this is my favourite shot of the whole film. Because we all hit our marks perfectly. George does a really cool flip of his sonic screwdriver to really sell it. Perfect shot. I love that. That's great. Oh no, sorry, this is my favourite shot because. Let's go!
What's funny about this is, like, the day we were filming this, I suddenly thought, what if alternate Dexterous had a denim jacket to go with Caleb? And so I just, like, called Adam and was like, Adam, have you left yet? I was just about to. Do you have a denim jacket? Yeah? Can you bring your denim jacket? And we'll stick a little seal of Rassilon on it.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Instead of the big shoulder pads and a red thing, it's denim jackets.
That's so legendary.
We got the two different TARDISes.
Two different TARDISes.
Yeah. I wonder which one's mine.
The one left.
Nice.
Just just for the audience.
Yeah.
There you go, audience.
I really toyed with like what kind of hologram effect to do for Dexterous, because you don't want it to be too much, but if it's not enough, then it just kind of looks like bad green screen for the sake of it.
Literally.
But there we go. And he does have a little sort of voice effect.
Mm.
It was so funny shooting this with Adam.
It's always funny shooting with Adam.
It's probably for the best he's green screen in this. Would have taken even longer.
So I love that Oliver recruits Caleb. That's a nice...
Because it gives him kind of purpose, because he's
Yeah.
kind of always been kind of this victim in wars and stuff, and he's finally got a place to be.
Absolutely.
That's
That you can belong to.
not. I love this shot as well, because I like
This
how
is
it's just
cool.
there and then it
It
follows.
pulls in, yeah.
Of course, here we go with the reveal that
It's-
James's Doctor is actually this Legacy Doctor.
Hooray! The FBC fanboys are just crying with happiness right now.
Is that us?
Yeah.
Okay.
You two specifically.
Yeah. Bro, it's so cool! I don't care. It's the coolest thing ever.
Was the plan, or was that when you started writing him, or was it just kind of like...
No, this is just how it happened.
It
It's one of those things.
It just all worked out.
There you go, you get the wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff line.
There we go.
No, in the bin. What do you think?
Oliver, you dummy.
Well, originally, you guys went back through all the portals,
Oh, that's right. Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
which would have been quite funny.
Who suggested to change that?
It was, I think it's because Joe couldn't make it, so originally it was Joe and I.
Oh,
went
yeah,
off
would
in
have
the
gone off.
TARDIS.
Yeah, that's right.
And so you guys needed to get straight back, and then Joe back on the TARDIS, and it just... Anyway.
Yeah.
One of my
This
favourite-
is why we didn't have a finalised script during production. Because
No,
stuff
it was
like this
very
would
weird.
happen.
Exactly.
It was very weird. But one of my favourite bits is coming up after this scene.
One of my favourite bits is in this scene. And I'm waiting for it.
It's going to happen.
There we go.
we
Yeah! Group hug!
Yeah!
Group hug!
We love a group hug.
I feel like it could have been longer.
I agree, but that was
Well,
sweet.
I mean, that was down to your directing, Pete, so...
And then we leave you for a bit.
Oh my
Wrap
God.
up everyone else's stories.
Who's that guy?
He's back! Yay!
There's a Jurassic Eternal.
With his funky jacket.
And this was the last.
Was it very
scene to be
cold when
filmed.
we filmed this
It
as
was
well?
very cold.
Why did you take your jacket off?
That's
because you forgot it.
I left my jacket at yours
Oh.
before we
oh
came
my
over
God.
to this scene, so yeah, that's why I didn't have it.
So, Owen wasn't around for filming this scene.
That's fine.
Again, it's a bit of a challenge. So, if you're wondering why it's slightly clunky at this point, that's why.
It's because we didn't have actors. This is what we...
It's tricky.
So Caleb could have met James Mason. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been a very weird crossover, but it didn't quite pan out. Oh, cute. It's a shame you guys don't have a shot together, but here's what it is.
Oh, I'd forgotten that we'd cut it there. I think originally there was a bit more to that
think
scene,
there
and it
was.
just didn't really.
Oh, but there's a
flow.
shot of us walking into the TARDIS, but it just looked ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
It turns out we're all
Horrible.
different heights.
Yeah. And so this was actually shot with the main bulk of filming when we couldn't get Joe. So, but we did have Owen.
Indeed.
So we shot. So this was originally the last scene, and basically because of availability and everything, and scheduling, trying to make this all work was really difficult. So I was never 100% happy with it.
No, that's
as
right.
The ending,
Yeah.
which is why there is an epilogue coming up in a moment.
This was nearly the ending. That's
This was
crazy
nearly
to
the
think.
ending, yeah. It's just, it doesn't have
Doesn't
that
have that oomph, yeah.
Yeah.
It's missing something. It's
Um,
nice, but it's not a final scene. Bring the glasses back, even though it's very cloudy, but, bring it full circle.
And
And here we go.
transitions, here we go. And this is the
Oh.
pickup from April this year.
Yeah, crazy. This is the last day of shooting, officially. That's me. Lol. This was a funny bit to film. It's always funny to be dressed. Look at that! Imagine looking out your window and seeing that.
God, it's so
I'm
cool
surprised.
though. I love this bit.
Yeah.
This might be my favourite bit of the entire thing.
I agree.
know that's terrible.
No, I agree.
It's terrible.
Tell us
but-
about. Oh, it's Michael. Michael. Yeah.
I'm so glad that
Simon
he came
Lake.
back.
I'm so glad too. Look, that is peak
It's such
fiction.
a great crossover.
It is.
It's kind of a shame he couldn't have done more, but
As
Oh,
I think
yeah.
we said in part one, the original plan was to have Michael more involved, but he couldn't do it
yeah. But I'm still
But
glad
we-
he came back for this
Yeah.
bit
because I can't remember how it all came about. But like,
It was
eventually,
so
I
weird.
asked him, and he was down to do this bit, and I was so grateful for it. A different haircut.
And what's the music?
The Unit 5 theme song.
And you've got your Man
I've got
from
my-
Another Universe jacket.
Yeah,
And we got a shadow from Unit Files
Yeah.
just to bring it all together.
It's so awesome, man. This took forever to film because I couldn't get my line right, but
It's so cool.
it's so cool. Sorry, this wasn't very informative.
And the Sonic
but
is there.
there he is.
Just,
I finally
just
got it.
to work it in.
I do
The
like
greatest scene in the whole film. It's amazing.
Sorry, George.
Sorry,
This
George.
is your
Sorry.
big moment now.
This is my favourite bit because
It's great. It's great. This is a really.
Oh,
great
this is
scene.
actually a good scene. I sort of forgot that we hadn't killed Clarice yet.
Yeah.
So this is basically the first scene of the story that I had in my head.
Mm.
That sort of final moment between the Doctor and Clarice, and building up to that moment where neither of them are quite dead, and Clarice is the one to finish him off.
Yeah.
I knew
It's
that
It was
had
always
to
that Clarice
end
was going
that
to kill
way.
the Doctor.
it's
Yeah.
it's poetic.
Yeah.
It's like the Doctor Clarence, after all these time, finally did what he was doing in my first like, solo outing.
I vaguely recall writing part of this, and you probably rewrote it.
I can't remember this. I'm going to forget which way round this is, so I
Yeah.
apologise.
No, it's
I
fine.
can't remember if this was I underwrote it and then you came
And-
in and overwrote it,
Yeah.
and then I condensed
Yeah.
it all. I think we had the same thing with the unit thing that we've just done.
Yeah,
like,
oh,
I
for
massively underwrote it.
And I massively
Yeah.
overwrote it.
And then
we
on the
came to a
day,
compromise.
we were working on the
Yeah,
scripts
yeah.
to get it right.
Because we were waiting for Michael to come
Yeah.
to drive up, and then yeah.
So,
But yes.
Clarice is gone.
Clarice is gone.
Thank you very much, Tom,
Thank
for
you,
lending
Tom.
us your voice.
Smash that last performance, mate.
Mm-hmm. Damn right.
There we go.
And George is dying.
Mm-hmm.
So, my soundtrack's back again.
And here we have the moment of the entire story.
This is crazy,
Nice
man.
regeneration music.
Yeah. I'm very proud of this little track. I think it sounds cool.
Because this was originally written for the opening, and it just coincidentally synced up
Yeah, that's right.
brilliantly with this,
Yeah.
and I just loved it, and I just had to keep it here.
Yeah.
It's such a great moment. I don't know, I think it's just coincidence, but it really does look like the light from the Time Road.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was about to say, I don't
That's
know
cool,
if how
isn't
it was intentional, but it worked so well.
There we go. Your final moments, George.
Mm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I like how the way you framed that, just because obviously you don't have
I
any
don't
hair.
look like I'm 12 years old
And you
anymore.
don't have any, and you don't have any hair either.
That is crazy.
But I think it kind of works how it's just a quick snap cut and it's ended.
That's
So
all.
if you want
that's
to
all
see
it is.
if you want to see Pete's Doctor story, you have to go back in time and watch
Exactly.
all of those bits from when Pete was 12.
Yeah. Good times.
Wow.
Should you so wish.
So that's the end, guys.
That is
How do
weird.
we feel?
It's weird watching that again, like in this. Yeah.
I'm lost for words now.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
It's very cathartic.
It really is, man. Yeah. I'm. This isn't a good commentary because I can't speak now.
No.
But I think we wrapped it up really well.
I think it's a very fitting end for all the characters.
All the characters.
Throughout the MT saga.
Yeah.
That are introduced. So obviously Caleb, I like his story. Yeah, it's just nice. I like how we kind of got everyone who we had involved. So obviously we got Georgia back, we got obviously Daniel back, we got obviously Adam back, we got Joe, we got Owen, and obviously,
Got Michael at the end.
yeah, Michael as well. I think it was great because obviously I liked the bits he got to do in the multiverse storyline.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good.
I completely agree. It was just so cool to have all these characters back, and I think they were all portrayed amazingly by everyone, and we gave them such great endings. I'm just really proud of him, man.
And even just
It's
catching
just
up,
cool.
even just catching up, like seeing what Katie's doing. She's
Man.
She's more of the same. She's still doing this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I think we should say characters interacted like more. Obviously, Owen, Caleb, not Caleb, Yeah, Caleb and Joe, Joe. I think them two. I think they're interacting. They were really good. Again, I kind of wish you had more Michael, just because again, would have been fun to see him again interacting with other characters.
Absolutely.
Even just a scene of them meeting. Obviously, it wouldn't work with the epilogue bit, but the meeting of obviously Owen and Michael meeting. I think that would have been cool, but yeah.
I think I do agree, but I do feel we managed to focus. The struggle with having so many characters in one story is that you can lose focus. But I think we focused enough on the right characters to make a cohesive story, which is pretty impressive considering sort of how much we can struggle getting certain actors in on any given day. I think we managed to give everyone
just a nice little bit of character.
Enough to play around with,
So, Pete, what did you think about it?
It's weird. I guess for me it's not really ended because I was working on the movie version just the other day, uploading that for Doctor Who Day as of the time of recording, which has just gone. This will be going up probably around Christmas-ish. Yeah. So Merry Christmas to all of you at home.
Merry Christmas, this is your present.
This is your present.
From FBC.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm glad that we have an ending for it though, and I'm glad that we have a definitive ending, and it's weird to not be thinking about what the next one is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it.
Maybe we'll come back and do some like Tales from the TARDIS sort of thing.
Yeah.
It was one of the things when we did it, I'd never thought about us getting here and us filming a finale for my Doctor. So I think either something life would just get in the way, we wouldn't do it, or just like we all just get bored doing it because you've done it for so long with your previous bit. I would have thought you would have got bored writing and doing it all. And yeah, it's nice to be able and saying, I've got a full my Doctor's got a full start to finish run over the years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange. I remember us having that conversation at whatever point in 2020, between lockdowns and stuff, of realising that Evermore, as it was originally planned, wasn't going to happen, and we agreed that we'd do Journey and Eternal, and thinking, it'll be fine, we can do those two in like a year. Yeah,
jeez.
And then like we didn't start shooting on Journey for like another 9 months or whatever.
May 2021.
Yeah, May 2021. So a whole year after we'd originally planned, and then we didn't start shooting Eternal until March 2022. But that was because it had only been a few months really since we'd finished on Journey, and appropriately enough, going on that journey over with COVID and also without COVID, and working on those last two films, and perhaps somewhat stupidly making them the biggest of all of them. I mean, they're sort of these huge sprawling beasts, and like we've never done not like a proper 3-parter like that. Like there's the Doctor's Nemesis, but it's rubbish.
I mean, most of my stuff has been, while it's been under a banner, it's always individual stories that kind of build up to the finale. Yeah. Not 3-part, basically an hour and a half.
Yeah, we basically made a movie.
We made a movie.
Yeah.
It's like an hour and 27 minutes, the movie version.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. But it's all done.
Yeah.
It's
all
out
done.
there.
It's all done.
It's out there in the Whoniverse.
Yep. Commentary's done. Eternal is done.
We're looking forward to.
Are we going to do the behind the scenes discussion like with Exodus?
Yes.
Well, probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I'm sure we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So we'll do that someday.
Yeah. So, are we going to carry on doing commentaries for the episodes that we haven't done commentaries on?
I think it'd be very interesting to do some of them.
I do agree. Should we do that at some point, lads?
At some point, lads, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's exciting,
That's
isn't
something
it?
for you to look forward to.
Yeah!
Just think, it's like... next year will be 5 years since Exodus.
Oh,
You don't need to say these things, Pete. That's just years in the making. So it's very, very bizarre to watch it. All I can really say is I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of you guys' work. Everyone who worked on it did amazing. It's like a whole chunk of your life kind of put into a film,
I'm so happy I got involved with all this. Imagine we didn't do film studies, Pete. This never would have happened.
Yeah.
But it's weird to think, but obviously, I remember I'd always wanted to do it. Never had really the filming, or Right, because I have good ideas, but I've got no idea how to transfer them into writing decently.
I mean, the Dark Doctor was your idea.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've got some good ideas, narrative ideas, but I'm not a great writer. I'm not a good writer. That's why I like being able to give them to you, saying, "Oh, what if I try this, this, and that?" And obviously, Dark Doctor, you've proven that it works, and it's something I've always wanted to do, and I'm so happy that I've been able to do it. My main gripe is even though I've mentioned to you previously about potentially doing a physical set and making in the one point, we never got to use it.
We never got the Daleks either.
Yeah, that was something else. But do you know what? Oh well, the Daleks were overused a bit, so
Next anniversary,
next
we'll do
70th,
70th
when we're in our
anniversary.
30s.
Oh my god.
We got to. It's
Oh
gotta be
my
done.
god.
If we're not making a film in 10 years based on
It
Doctor
will
Who,
take us 10 years to make it. We'd have to start like tomorrow.
the dismay in your
Or
voice.
I would. I'd have to start writing it.
Oh, God forbid.
Thank you to everyone who was involved in this production.
You're welcome, buddy.
So we've got George, we got JJ, we got, oh my god, why am I listing people? This is going to be
You're going to miss
disaster.
someone
Georgia,
Owen
Win.
and Joe and Georgia and Tom and Michael.
Daniel?
Daniel.
Did you say Adam?
Adam.
Oh no, I don't know your name now.
I can't remember. Everyone who worked on the series, past, present,
Tom?
and
Did you say
maybe
Tom?
future. I think I said Tom.
Okay, cool.
Everyone.
Most importantly.
Thank you for
And thank you for
working
enjoying
on
us
this.
over
Yeah.
the years.
Yeah. Scary.
Episode 1 is now my most watched video on YouTube, which is insane.
It is insane.
It's
isn't
like
it?
2.3k views.
Yeah, I know. And it's not like that's like
mad.
a billion, but for us, that
For a
that's
small
insane.
YouTube channel, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it means a great deal, especially because it's the last one as well.
Yeah.
So it was
People
nice.
want more.
People want
What do we do?
Oh no!
We do Tales from the TARDIS, and that's it. It's the only thing we can do safely.
We're gonna have to at this rate. The fans need it.
I would love it
So
if
Tom, please come down south and we'll do the Tales of the TARDIS with the Doctor and
and
Clarence.
we'll put you in the Clarence costume. And then me and you
He's never gonna
will
come
have a
down.
tussle. Damn it.
The tussle.
The rugby tackle.
Yeah. Just say like, ah!
You're gonna
Tom,
punch
don't
the
do
other
it.
eye out.
Don't do it. Well, goodbye. We did
It's done,
it.
boys.
We'll cut there.
We did it.